All right. So what are we talking about today? Well, it's a little game called Worldless. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what is this? Well, this game falls into one of my favorite genres, MetroidVania. And let's just say this one is very unique and very different. All right, let's get into it. First up is graphics. And most games they try to set the stage and whatnot for you know the whole atmospheric feel of the whole game. Uh, this one kind of ups the bar by doing less, and it's just done very well. Uh, the coloring used for the different areas when you transition to the different areas and whatnot, it's I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot, and it's done very well. So, you know, you don't have to have realistic graphics in order to enjoy a game. This one is the graphics used, the graphic style used in this is just I love it. It's great. So this is gonna give a 5 for me, and it's awesome. It's done very well, and as you progress through the game, you'll notice these little nuances and stuff that they use throughout. It's really wonderful, and it's awesome. Okay, next up is sound and music, and all the good stuff. Um, the sound effects used in this it, it's it's on par, but what really sets the game and like just immerses you is just the music. The music used throughout the whole game. Uh, there's some instances where it's kind of quiet. There's no music, and that's for good reason. Uh, if you play a game, you'll know what I'm talking about. The the like the previous category, graphics, with the graphics and the music all mixed in, it makes a different experience, especially for a Metroidvania. So the music is definitely awesome. So I'm going to give it a 5. It's just it's done very well, and it's just it's great. You just need to play it just to know what I'm talking about. All right, controls. This category can make or break a game. So the combat style in this game is turn based, believe it or not, for Metroidvania. So you'll enter into combat with an enemy, with an enemy, and it's turn based. It's timed, and you know there's either magic attacks or just physical attacks, and then you can block, counter, but first, at the beginning of the game, you're gonna have to pay attention, because you're later on you're gonna get frustrated on the timing, on like how to perform perfect attacks. Uh, if you're blocking at the right moment, you'll get extra time added on into your move set. Um, I can see people getting frustrated at the combat in this, especially if you don't pay attention to when you learn new abilities, and then on your skill tree, you're gonna have to pay attention to each new skill you obtain and make sure you learn it. Um, I thought I read something correctly, and then I was like, "What the hell is going on? I can't make any more progress." So I went back through the skill tree, and there was two things that I thought I learned, but I was doing them totally wrong. So you're gonna have to pay attention. The combat, I think, is going to be the most frustrating part for anyone in this, and but it's very rewarding. It's I'm not knocking it too much because they tried to do something different, and did they do it? Did they execute it well? They did, but still, for me, the controls, I'm just going to give a 3. Just it's just yeah, just a 3 because some people are going to have frustration with it. I can see it. All right, let's get into the fun factor. I love this category because then you can just talk about everything, really. So what's the fun factor? Well, Metroidvanias are very rewarding because you make progress and then you like learn new skills, abilities, and whatnot, and then you can go back. This one's no different, but it's you have your map, and you're like, there's a lot of stuff in this game you have to figure out yourself. They show you by visual representation on like your map, your skill tree, and then like everything, even progressing through the environment and everything else. It's crazy. It's At first I was like, what is going on? Like there's the game isn't telling me anything. But it is telling you through visual representation. Another thing too is the combat, the turn-based combat. When you get the enemy up to a certain percentage on this gauge, then you can straight up kill them or absorb them to. When you absorb them, you either get a blue orb or a cube, and that goes towards your skill tree for learning new abilities. The more you play, the more you play, the more you want to play. It's just this game is just rewarding because it's one of those games where I'm not playing it and I'm at work or something and I'm thinking about the game and I'm like, man, I really want to play that. You just really want to get further in the game because it's a fun game and it's very cool. It's awesome. So the overall fun factor, I'm going to give it a 4. Try it. You just especially if you're a Metroidvania fan, you're gonna love this game. Okay, overall for this game, I can't praise this game enough. Everything about it is pretty awesome. The only knock I'm gonna have against it is the I guess a difficulty curve on combat, the turn-based combat, because as you progress further in the game, of course, the enemies are going to get harder, and you're going to have more abilities and skills and whatnot. You're just going to have to pay attention, and each new skill and ability you learn for combat, you're going to have to know how to execute them in order to get further in the game. So overall, I'll give this a 5. It's a very enjoyable experience, and for you Metroidvania fans, you're going to love it. All right. Do I recommend this? Yes or no? Let's just say hell yes. I totally recommend this game, especially if you're a Metroidvania fan. It's a very different and unique experience, especially for a Metroidvania. It If you've never played these types of games before, then you'll like it. You're gonna have to pay attention though, especially for combat. This one is very rewarding. Maybe it's because I haven't played a Metroidvania in a while, but this is one that once you play it and you finish it, uh, you're gonna it's gonna stick with you for a while. It's like, man, that game is so awesome. And then the boss fights. There's not very many boss fights, and there's a reason for that. And then I was reading there's also a secret boss fight, which is supposed to be like insanely hard, and I don't even know how to get to it right now. But the game is different and it's unique. It's the turn-based combat. At first, I was like, "What turn-based combat for Metroidvania?" It's kind of weird, but overall, yeah, absolutely, I recommend this. This game is awesome. It's worldless. Uh, it's great. It's awesome, and that's it. That's all I got, man. Get out of here. That's it.